Pedras velhas que são casas para quem quiser passar. Onde a vida, onde há brilho, com certeza é no mar.
Hello everyone, welcome. How are we? Hope we're good. This is, of course, Wednesday, isn't it? What's happening on a Wednesday? Everything? Nothing? Loads of stuff. All the best things happen on Wednesdays, and today is no exception because obviously we're going to have a lovely time. Still doing some transfer planning. That's taken a little bit longer. Well, it's not taking longer than we expect because it usually takes a while, doesn't it? But we're going to be sat doing a bit more transfer planning. There's still some players we need to get rid of. Get the old pens and paper out, shall we? Some players still have to leave. Maybe some will come in, we're not sure. We are double streaming again, of course, over on YouTube as well. So we'll try and say hello to some friends on YouTube as and when they pop in. I'm sure they'll have a lovely time. So yeah, that's pretty much where we are. So shall we do it? Shall we get into it? Let's have a go. Welcome. This is us then. So we have already played our first European match of the season, beat Shamrock Rovers 3-0 with our new system. New system in place. This is what we're currently looking at, right? So this is the current change of setup. So let's just pop that up into the Discord for people to criticize. And see what people think before we go any further. Have I just read that right? Is Steve McLaren the new Jamaican national team manager? Is he? Yes, he is. Steve. I mean, everyone's going to do the joke, but Steve, please don't do the accent. Do not do the accent. You'll get yourself in a lot of trouble. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it was bad enough the idea of Steve Bruce maybe doing it, but yeah, all right, fair enough. Steve McLaren going out to be part of the Reggae Boys. Just let that sink in for a second. See how that feels. This is an interesting guy here, Jerzy Dida, who's 20-year-old Macedonian, free transfer, wanted by PAOK, Larisa, and Inter. So, hello, free transfer. We'll put you into the squad, shall we? If you might be half decent potentially, so get you in there. We are trying to just ram ourselves full of youngsters. Is that what she said? That should not be what she said, should it really? But you know, it might be. Who knows? So that's what's happening there. I don't know where Steve McLaren came from, Rouge. It's just that because everyone was sort of saying it was going to be Bruce, wasn't it? And then McLaren's come right out of left field, which probably makes more sense, really, doesn't it? If we're being honest, then McLaren's a better fit. I think so. I think he probably is, isn't he? No Hugh Edwards stuff, please. No, we're not doing the Hugh Edwards thing. That's not a thing either. So Greece have moved up. Well, we will say that Greece have moved up one position in the world rankings list. So there you go. That's nice, isn't it? How's everyone's start of everyone's week been then? Has it been going all right? Have we had a nice time? Monday done well, Tuesday done well. Who's been listening to who listened to the latest FM show episode with the United City Kev? Who's already listened to the Patreon episode of that? Got on the early access and had a listen to it. Do we think potentially? Is there a potential that maybe? What position are Greece up to now? Greece are up to 72nd, Rouge. So, I mean, they've fallen quite a bit, but they're now up to 72nd. So, and we've actually had quite a good run recently. 2-1 win over Cyprus, 2-0 win over Wales, 1-0 over Wales. We're coming up against France next. Cyprus, then Israel, and then France again. So we're starting to look a little bit more solid, I think. There are some questions with regards to the new captain. Now, Harry Mackay is the club captain. Part of me thinks that maybe we give it to Montero, or he maybe becomes the vice captain. I don't really know. But it says here, Bakun, Mackay and Lambert are well established within the club. They've been with the club for a long time, good understanding of the culture. One of the team leaders is quite happy at the club. That should keep morale up, and I'm guessing that's Mackay. Good spread of leading and influential players, which is good because we didn't think we did have that, but we've now managed to get influential players coming in. Papas has dropped from influential to light-hearted. Fair enough, but lots of strong influential players here, and then highly influential as well. So I like that. That's a strong team, strong core. Bakun wants to leave and Lemaire wants to leave. So that's two of the highly influential players wanting out. So there we go. Rob Sanderson's in on YouTube. Hello, pal. Nice to see you back again. Yes, we are going to try YouTube again, Rob. We need to get back on it. It's one of those things where I've sort of been like, I should have done it, and I haven't really got round to it. But now we're here. It just makes sense. You know, season 17, that's when everyone really wants to know what's going on, isn't it? You know, not before. But yeah, hope life's well. Hope everyone's good. Hope the little one's good. It's nice to have you in. Pleasure to see you as all. Up the Chewy. So yeah, do we remove Mackay from the captaincy, or do we remove Bakun from the captaincy, or do we just wait and see what happens? Because I'm reckoning that Montero's the guy who's going to step in, but is Bakun going to get a bit upset if we remove him? I mean, look, where is he now on the list? Is he still on the list? He should be, shouldn't he? There is Bakun there. 14 for team leader, 12 for teamwork, but then we've got leadership here of 17 for Kenny. You know, Vazelli's got 15, so Vazelli's also got a thing to think. Maybe. I tell you what, let's keep it as it is for now, right? Actually, no. You know what? No, Kenny's going in. Let's do that because we need to move Bakun out anyway, really, don't we? Evening, that Timo. Welcome in. Nice to see you. Hope you're well. How's the stream? Appreciate the raid there. Give you a wee shout out there, shall we? Need to work out how Sai sent me a thing of how we accept it on YouTube as well, so I need to try and get that set up. But I mean that seems as though it's a bit harder than I expected. That's what she said. So yeah, still players to sell in Greece, of course. Nice voice, thank you. Yeah, it's soothing, it's smooth, it's quite tired, is what it is, to be honest. But it's like a radio voice. You know what? I've always considered being a radio voice, and it's something that I've wanted to get into. Would have been radio. So I'll absolutely take that. If that's part of it, let's keep it. Let's keep the radio voice as a thing, shall we? And here's TJ with the travel. Oh, there's been a pile up on the M6. Junction 5's closed. Probably is, I'd imagine. Northern accent, though. Well, yeah, I mean, obviously it would be for a northern radio station. Do you know what I mean? Like, it wouldn't be. I wouldn't get on I wouldn't get on the BBC with a regional accent. Let's face it. You know, but then again, you know, maybe you could get on the BBC with a regional accent. Just, you know, you're not going to be respected, I'm guessing, by the industry. No one's going to take any of my news seriously, are they? But hope you're well, like the moon. Nice to see you in. And yeah, fair play. Yeah, you remember me as the radio voice. Better than having a radio voice than a radio face. That's a fair point, Matt. That is a fair point. And you know what? I think I have a radio face as well. I think possibly. Some would say that. Anders Tortensen looks like he's off to Olympiakos. Goalkeeper that we did look at. We've already bought a new goalkeeper, so if Olympiakos think they need a new keeper as well, there you go. Right, so we're 3-0 up against Shamrock Rovers. Let's see if any of this music works as well, because it didn't the other day. The only opinion we listened to of Tony's is Denise Van Out, and a nice stream says our team will start a network save with 5 viewers, role manager of a club and a country. Oh, nice. That's pretty cool. So what's the situation then? What clubs and countries are you managing? Chewy, kids are fine, eldest one works away in red car now. The youngest is nearly 3. Nearly 3, Jesus, Chewy. Jeez, man, 3? That's madness. How's ours? Still having to silent celebrate? No, not necessarily. Ours are 6 and 4 now, so no silent celebrations anymore. They have come on stream a few times. They do have a winning record, and I think they're after my job, if I'm honest. So they're well, eldest one goes into year 2 at school in September, and littlest Jameson goes into school reception in September. So yeah, all very very exciting, very exciting in the Jameson household. Mrs. J is very well, also just chilling, doing her thing, you know, having a wonderful time, being a bit of a legend. So yeah, life is good. It's like NR 2011 in the world rankings with no points. Managing the North Marina Islands of the club as MP United. Oh, wow. I'm not even sure. I can't even take a guess as to where that would be. North Marina Islands. I'm going to presume. Am I going to presume it's somewhere like Australasia? That feels like where it's probably meant to be. Let's try a couple of players in just as a... It is Asia. See? Look at that. There I am. Let's try a couple of players in here that we can rest some first teamers. Yeah. So we don't get everyone tired, do we? So as Manaloy's coming in, I think we maybe put Paddy in place of Dimitro. Okoye's playing, Hartjeur is playing, and Stelios is in as well. So Chewy, glad to hear things are good. Thank you, Chewy. Thank you, and yourself as well. You know, and like I say, glad the family are well. As I say, we looked into YouTube for a while, and then we got it set up, and then I don't know what it was, but it just maybe we had like some sort of issue with it, and I was like, well, you know, we have to try and do it again, and yeah, we've done it. It's fixed up now. Are you getting audio coming through for the Europa League music? Because that's what all about. Because we had no Europa music last time on Monday, so I don't know why. Even Z80, good to see you, buddy. Hope you're well. Let's get this game. Well, let's win it. Exactly. Evening, says Zoo. Well, welcome in, Zeep. Of course, this match would have been round the corner from Zeep's house in the first place. So now he comes to Larisa to hang out in the second leg. Rougeau says yes, we do have music. Leroy says yes for music as well. So yeah, welcome in everybody, one and all. Luffy, I keep watching that dickhead getting bricked to the nuts. Brilliant, isn't it? Like, the whole thing is horrific. What's happened, horrific, but yeah, brick to the head, brick to the nuts. It's, yeah, that's good telly. That is good telly right there. Mr. Cellophane is over on YouTube. Hello, Mr. Cellophane. How are we? welcome, Mr. Cellophane, of course, in Twitch world and in the YouTube world as well. He was also the star of one of our Patreon episodes on Monday. So if you're not a member of Patreon for the FM show, I suggest maybe you should be. Go and get yourself a 7-day free trial. Sign up. Have a little listen. If you enjoy it, it's £3 a month after that. You get loads of bonus content in there. You get some exclusive episodes, exclusive content every single week, early access to the public episodes of the podcast. There's some specials on there, which is watch-alongs of Goal 3, of Shaolin Soccer. And yeah, it's just, I think it's really good. I think it's really, really good. There's loads of good stuff on there. There's a bonus Q&A with Zealand from the other day. There's a great chat with Kev, the United City FM on there, which again has another bonus conversation on as well. And then we've got Sweet Left Foot is coming on next week. So yeah, loads of stuff. I think well worth £3. Well worth it. You get stuff every single week. And as I say, the chat with Mr. Cellophane was amazing as well, by the way. I love listening to Mr. Cellophane. I could talk to him all day. And we have booked a second conversation in because we had too much to talk about, you know. Penalty ref, come on. Mr. Cellophane says, what do I use to use dual streaming? So it's all through OBS, Mr. Cellophane, and I believe there's meant to be some sort of plug-in. I'm going to type it as well. I think there's meant to be some sort of plug-in as well. Got hit by copyright once because the VOD wouldn't separate the music. There's an easy way to do that on OBS, actually, to separate the tracks out. But tonight, you'll probably notice I've taken Spotify off. So we're not streaming through Spotify with the music anymore. We're going back to Epidemic because I know that has been cleared on YouTube. We did get a lot of warnings from Monday's stream. It's been like, your stream will not be monetized because this is all copyright. And I'm just like, oh yeah, I forgot, didn't I? I forgot that we hadn't set it to not go across. So never mind. So yeah, they can have Epidemic on now. So you can have music in the background constantly these days. So rookie error, exactly. You know, if anything, if that's the worst thing that YouTube has picked up on, they've clearly not listened to what we were talking about. They're not asked about the content. They're just like, please don't play copyrighted music. And I'm like, there's a lot of things that I've slandered in there, you know. So that's what people need to look at. This is TJ. Exactly. This is TJ. There's a t-shirt slogan, isn't it? This is TJ. We were quite well behaved on Monday. We were well behaved, Rouge. You're right. I think last week not so much. Full moon possibly, but this week, yes, better. Volk goes close with his header at the near post. Timo says they've got two brothers in the attacking midfield, or from Shamrock or for your team. Let's have a look, shall we? See what Shamrock's got. Ken Shamrock Rovers. The guy with the brick of the nuts is like Hans Moleman getting a football to the groin. That's it. That's what it is. That's what it is. It is like the Hans Moleman bit. I liked it. Chewy says don't swear in the first few minutes of the stream either. That's why there's a countdown, Chewy, so that allows me to have that moment. So as soon as I come onto the screen, I'm like, hey, that's easier. Oh yeah, the O'Donoghue brothers. There they are. Look at that. I presume they're related. If they're not, then you know, what a coincidence. And it could be a coincidence. Let's not just presume that, you know, that they are definitely related. But also let's not presume other ways as well. Mr. Cellophane says, funny enough, I've never sworn at any of my YouTube videos. Maybe if I stream here, I'll be better behaved. Maybe. I mean, look, I'm not saying that, you know, you have to do any swearing. My initial thought, right, when I first started, I was like, I'm not going to swear. The podcast has been really helpful for me because I've tried not to do swearing on that as well. It's starting to slip a little bit the more I'm becoming comfortable in my surroundings, and of course the streams have become incredibly comfortable. Some would say too comfortable within my surroundings and my community. So Yeah, swears do come out. But you know what? We're all adults round here, and it's only words. So words can't actually hurt you. Actually, that's not true. Some words are pretty horrific, but the swears won't hurt you. Do you know what I mean? They won't. Your ears will hurt. They might do. They might do. Depends on how loud I say it as well. You know, we are technically adults. We're old enough to be classed legally as adults. Legally, we're adults. Unless you throw a dictionary. Fair point, Rugio. Fair point. I still maintain, though, if someone's being a cunt, you do have to tell them that. Like, that's the problem. We're physically adults. Can't confirm that, Timo. Can't confirm that we're all physically adults. I would say that legally we're all adults. Again, I can't presume, can I? There may be some childlike people in the stream. They might look younger than they are. I'm getting into a murky hole here, aren't I? That's what he said. We're definitely not mentally adults. No, that is true. That is true. If there was some sort of IQ test, I'm guessing the majority of us would be like, you were all kept behind, weren't you? There's so many things that I'm legally allowed to do, but really shouldn't. 100%, like the moon. Yeah. This is the thing. This is the joy of the law system, isn't it? To go like, oh, legally you can do this. And I'm like, yeah, but should I? And they're like, well, hey, there's no law that says you can't. And I'm like, thanks, law. Yeah, that's covered my back this time. Obviously, it works the other way as well sometimes, where it's like, legally you shouldn't do that, Tony. I'm like, oh, damn it. I would have got away with it if it wasn't for that pesky law. Like, if people not got better things to do than sit around and make laws. What a boring bunch of bastards, aren't they? That should have been offside, but never mind. Lovely little movement there. 18 shots. This. I know. And look again. See, no disrespect, but I know we're only playing Shamrock Rovers here. But 18 shots in this game, 30 shots I think it was in the first leg. We were worried that the system was going to be a little bit too defensive, maybe not attacking enough. It's going to be interesting to see how it works against Greek opposition. I know that Greek opposition aren't going to be much better than this, and there's going to be some teams that are better and some teams that are a lot worse. We're here to witness the ascent of Tony the Anarchist. A vote for TJ is a vote for anarchy. That's that thing being The Simpsons, isn't it? Oh no, Farrell's through. Oh, he's put it wide. Well, he hasn't actually. It's a great save. Briannis is looking a bit tired, isn't he? Let's put Janinu in, shall we? And then he can be turned into an anchor and just make sure this is all solid. Foxy with the free kick. Right, just keep jumping in and keeping our eyes on the YouTube crowd, checking that they're behaving themselves as well. They seem to be. There's the podcast link as well, by the way, in case anyone's not got it. I should also put the link in the chat for anyone who's not following. Anarchy is better than apathy, says Chewy. Okay. I'll take it. I'm happy to debate it. Apathy in the UK would not have been a great track for the Sex Pistols, would it? I am an apathist. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. What do we want? Stuff. Where do we want it? Just whenever, really, isn't it? You know. Not one to cause a scene. Timo's going to go to bed. No worries, Timo. Appreciate the raid, buddy. You go and get yourself some rest, and we'll hopefully catch you up soon. Let's say thank you for popping in and seeing us, and all the best with the North Mariana Islands. I think we should be heading there on our holidays, I reckon. You will see us soon. You will see us soon. Every Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays. We'll be about. You'll hit the number one ranking soon. Yes, I hope so. We'll pop in at some point to see that, I reckon. Be like, hey, you know what? They weren't wrong. You know, they weren't wrong. They did do it. I mean, we've obviously got a lot to do with making Greece a bit better, but it's the race, son. It's the race now, isn't it? Right? Who can get to number one first, Greece or the North Mariana Islands? And why am I second? Right, Maragos is wants some playing time, understandably. And the league is about to start with us against AK. We've struggled to make inroads in the attacking areas from the left side. Well, that's fair. Yeah, because we haven't really got Alonso pushing on, have we? 129 times we've let them into the attacking third. That's come from central positions. Which again is a bit weird given the fact we've got a pretty stacked midfield. 2 of our attacks have led to attempts that involve Juan Martinez. I mean, Martinez hasn't really played a lot, so that's maybe not a stat to really consider too much. So Gerge Dida is going to hang out in the reserves for now. 20-year-old Macedonian might become something, might not. Who knows? Great conversation with Kev, by the way, says Mr. Cellophane. Thank you, pal. I enjoyed it as well. I thought it was very, like, what I like about Kev is that you feel everything he says. Like, there's no hiding behind it. He's not anything other than himself, and unashamedly so. And that's what I like about him. Like, there's just, and you can't help but get swept up in what he says, and like, you hang on every word. And it's it's just, he's just good. He's just very, very good. He's one of life's good uns, and I like him. I like him a lot. And I hope that the conversation did enough justice. You know. Now, I might try, because we're playing AK, I might put Paddy Hurst in there as an anchor, and you can be a wing back on automatic, and I'm going to let you decide what you want to do and go up and down the pitch. Okoye is going to come out for Mackay. Hartjoy is going to be replaced by Bilic. Lagzia comes back in. Maragos can be on the bench as the striking option to replace Martinez for now. Gannis can go on the bench unless we have to keep a youngster on the bench. And Horgensen might potentially be fit enough to come on. We'll see. Evening Vice, how are you, buddy? Nice to see you. Hope you're well. It's a pleasure to have you in. Hope life's treating you good. Kev as in Chapman, asks Chewy. No, Kev as in the United City FM. Kev. We have had Kev Chapman, Lujo, on the podcast as well. We had him I think around January time, January, February time. So he's been on the show. And he's coming on again, actually. Give you some little spoilers coming up. So we've got him coming on. We're going to do some reminiscing episodes. I think I mentioned it before. Some little sort of reminiscing episodes going back into, what we've made of the last 10 or so years. We stream in other places other than Twitch, says Veggie. Yeah, we can co-stream on YouTube as well. So it's one of those things, I've never fully set it up, and now I'm like, maybe I should, especially with planning for FM25. I mean, we've got enough subscribers over over on YouTube, and I'm not making YouTube videos, so it feels like I should probably do some bits and bobs like that and be like, oh hey, here's what we're making. So yeah, we're doing that at the minute. So sometimes there'll be chat that you can't see on the Twitch chat that I'll have to bounce across to say hello to the YouTube crowd. But ultimately, we're all friends. How's that a penalty? How is that a penalty? Kev and Tom a little bit overrepresented in terms of names. Fair. There's a lot of them. 2 minutes in, already the first contentious penalty shout. But what a save. Morzelli, huge save. He goes one way and then throws himself back down. Excellent stop. That, £2.8 million. That's all we paid for him. On his debut, he's made a huge contribution. Bilic's free kick wins a corner. I was saying, so we're doing these reminiscing episodes, and Lelujo Kev and Work the Space Jack are going to be coming on at the same time to do those conversations. So that's going to be one episode. Oh, sorry. Lelujo and Second Yellow Card are doing one together. Work the Space Jack and Dr. Benji are doing another. Do you remember him? Dr. Benji's going to be on there with Jack. And Viking Dan and Breezy are going to do the third. So we're going to have 3 episodes like that. That's going to be quite cool. So really looking forward to those 3. They're all fantastic. Obviously, last week's episode was Zealand, which has done 23,000 views. Which, for a podcast, I am very happy about. Very happy indeed. Also seeing Simagio's had a 100,000 view video this week, which is incredible. So he's very happy about that. And of course, as the newest member of the FM show podcast, we are very happy to have Si on board as well. Doctor Who. Yeah, Doctor Who. That's right. We're getting him on there. So, yeah, not a real Who, I believe. But yeah, so plenty of people booked in. And then of course, we're going to try and book some more things leading up to FM25. So see if we can get some more. Maybe see if we can pull a few strings and see if anyone SI might want to talk to us. That'd be pretty cool, wouldn't it? See what we can come up with. But this week's episode that we're recording tomorrow is all about FM Mobile. And is it any good? So I'll be honest with you, I haven't played it until this week. So this is the first experience I've had of FM Mobile. So I'm very keen to hear everyone else's views on it. Oh, Valdez, great header. Who beats him? Oh, look at that. It's Montero, isn't it? Montero's got to do better there. He's got 14 jumping reach. He should have been better there. Right. We've not done anything wrong. Let's take Paddy off. Let's put Briannas in. Or Vaselli maybe. Let's put Vaselli in there. Actually. Yeah, let's keep Vaselli in there. Might put Maragos in place of Mackay. Let's see, shall we? See what difference this can make in the second half. I should say YouTube people. I know it might feel tricky trying to catch up with 17 seasons worth of save information at this point. It will all become very clear as the save unravels as to how we've got to where we've got and who's the pantomime villains and who's the heroes and all that sort of stuff. You'll be able to pick it up very quickly. Things that you'll need to know. Job Bellingham is a legend at Larisa. He had 11 seasons at the club. He could have been Greek, he chose not to be, which is a disappointment we're all still very, very upset about. Thought that maybe he could have led Greece to something. Sadly not. But he left Greece to go back to Birmingham, so he's going to retire at Birmingham. Foxy with a tap in. What a goal. There we go. Equalising against AEK. Mackay, Lagzia with the ball through. The breakdowns have largely been Tony near the end of the season. That is true, Dazzler. I've been the reason we've only won one league title. Yeah. The self-destroyer. I am a little bit of a disruptive force, aren't I? And Johnny Montero's starting to get tired now, so maybe you'll bring him off for Janino, maybe? And let's put Marigosh in as well. Give me a DLF for now. Oh, sorry, it's Briannas. I think we're all allowed a couple of breakdowns though, surely, right? That's outside the area. Is that gonna be a penalty? No penalty. I thought so. Oof. But you know what? Let's consider. I'm starting to think maybe Lagzia possibly might need to come off. You know, he's I mean, Dimitro's not playing very well. Put Malice in. Let's maybe put Tingara as just a normal centre half. As a stopper? Yeah. Let's do that. New watcher. I need to have a takeover. You need to have a takeover. Okay, how come? What's the situation? Right, Alonso's tiring. Have I got one more sub left? So Janino can go there. Tungara can go there. And then Osmanaloy can go there. That might help. Has there been financial mismanagement? Or over here? No. Bring him off. That's what she said. Yes, Chewy, exactly. Oof. Morzelli with the tip over. Or is it a case, New Watcher, that you just want more money? Is that where we're at? Oh, great challenge by Tungara. Go on, pal. You've won 7 Champions Leagues in a row. You asked to expand the stadium and they prefer performance over the time period at the club. Oh, I mean, there's the... Yeah, I mean, look at that. I've won 7 Champions Leagues in a row and I can't get a new stadium. That's FM chat right there, isn't it? I do understand the concerns, though. Anderson, Lagzia, Mr. Cellophane saying we've already abandoned the libero midway through the game. I know, Mr. Cellophane. I should have really stuck with it, but I could see there was a bit of an issue down that side because I've got an attacking complete wing back in front of him. So maybe that right hand side a little bit overexposed. Janino, very clever foul there. But let's just take a draw against a team who's going to be up there or thereabouts. In fact, I say take a draw. Are we going to get a draw? Ooh, it was close. It was close. We're not there yet, are we? Not away. Just clear it. Clear your lines, boys. That'll do. That'll do. Get the draw. Not too shabby. 4 shots on target from 5. 38% possession. I mean, well, we got a draw. Let's just say we got a draw, and we saved a penalty in the first couple of minutes as well. So that's not too bad. Yeah, that's not too bad. Maybe we do need a little bit more creativity actually in the midfield, but I think we have to sell before we can buy, or we try and reposition players, which I suppose is something that's open to us. You know, we could look to do that. Maybe Hartje might sit a little bit deeper, possibly. 16 vision, 14 passing. We could maybe train him to be a DLP. He's got decent acceleration. He's fairly aggressive. Tries 1-2s, dictates tempo, tries the killer balls. I know he likes to play a bit higher, but we could potentially train him as a DLP as well. And then he can be the creative player. Have him ticking through, but then he might also step in and replace Bilic as if and when he goes. Nikos Papas as well, not quite looking like he's going to fit in at this moment in time. Tangara plays as anchor, but he's sort of like sitting as the playmaker at this point. And there's Libero. Costa Goulas actually might be able to DLP. He's got techniques maybe not great, but decisions are fine, composure's fine, positioning and vision's fine, anticipation may be slightly lacking, but again, just trying to work out whether or not he becomes reasonable. But again, we need to free up squad space, really, don't we? Mr. Cellophane says, I had the same complete wing back on my right, so my wide centre back on that side, and the libero on the left. I only have one regular DM in my tactic. I mean, yeah, I've not got a regular DM. I've got a DLP or an anchor, depending on whether I will go defensive, and then a ball winning midfielder in there as well. We've mixed it up a bit, because this is the first time we've done 3 at the back. Here we used to play this way, which was a 4-2-2-2 Brazilian box. So we're playing something slightly different and just seeing how that works for us here. And it is a little bit different. Granted, it is a little bit different. So yeah, we'll see what it looks like and how it transpires. But I think it's got potential. I do think it's got potential. Could even maybe have him as a roaming playmaker, possibly. Driving forward to spearhead, looks to pick the ball up deep, work the ball forwards with urgency. Yeah, you know what? Let's do that. Roaming playmaker. Can he do that? What sort of attributes does he need? Dribbling, yes. Passing, yes. Technique, yes. Off the ball, yes. Vision, yes. Teamwork and positioning, no. Concentration, no. But everything else, maybe. Briannas has kind of got that roaming playmaker stuff as well. Concentration, again, lacking a little bit. Okay. It is a large first-team squad, Chewy. It is deliberate choice for mentoring, sort of. We've had a bit of a... There's been some seasons where we've had more players than we need. And obviously this year we've now added a couple of extras, so the squad probably looks slightly more bloated than it needs to be. There's some players that are just in there for registration purposes who really aren't playing, if we're honest. So it's a difficult squad to look at, you know, because there are a lot of moving parts in it, you know. I mean, we've got like 4 goalkeepers or something, so we need to sell a couple of goalkeepers, but we're working on it. We'll get there eventually. Somewhere, somehow, we'll be able to catch up with the game. That looks like a rough week, doesn't it? Panathinaikos away, Olympiakos away. Oof. Not fun. Not fun. Yes, Cass, how are we? Believe. Exactly. Do you know what I mean? Like, you're right. I just need to believe in myself, don't I? This is all going to be fine. You know? We've got this far. What can possibly go wrong? Let's not try and make a list of what can possibly go wrong, because quite a lot could potentially go wrong. Mendy Grondin. I'm not really looking to sign any new players at this point, unless someone really, really interesting comes up. As I say, maybe we could do with a tiny bit more creativity in midfield, if such a player exists. Let's see what Tortenson looks like now. 5.4 mil. Okay, so he's not really jumped up a great deal, but still a good enough player. 6 weeks for Lagia. That could be a blow. Thankfully, we've got replacements. I mean, unfortunately, Bakun's not one of the replacements according to the current European registration. It might be Stelios. It might be Janino, actually. But you know what? Let's put Stelios in, because he was obviously brought in to play there first of all. And he is Greek. So let's do that. We're playing Dnipro in the Europa League. The Larisa squad to be confirmed. I mean, look, we've not really sold anybody, so there's going to be players who are still going to be angry that they're not getting in the side, and they might just have to wait. For example, Maragos probably wants to be in the squad, but until Hagensen goes, I can't just do it, you know what I mean? Like, we've just got to go with what we've got now and hope for the best. RIP Dnipro 1. Are they gone in real life, or are we just, or as in like we're going to destroy them? Vretos wants to go out on loan. They're gone in real life. Oh no. Well, that's not good, is it? They've got 3 players. Oh, are they like the Ukrainian Bordeaux? Okay. Euro football, here we go then. Let's see what we've got. 4-3-3 up against our sort of what? 3-4-3? 5-3? 5-3-2? Depends on how you look at it, isn't it? Steve McLaren, Jamaica manager. I know. We've already said he can't do the accent. He can't. It's just, it's in football terms, it's a better appointment than Steve Bruce by a million miles. In terms of comedy, it's a better appointment than Steve Bruce. in terms of an actual good decision, it's not, is it? Really? I'm a lot less worried about him causing an international incident. Less worried, or Bilic, Stelios, Montero, Stelios, down the line. Back inside to Montero. Osmanaloy. Oh, given 12 months and had the accent nailed down. I mean, yeah. It's just that's the problem. You know, that is the problem. I don't think the accent's going to be good, first of all, but he will try. And that's why I like about Steve McLaren. He ingratiates himself into the local culture. You know, only ever listened to the Stone Roses when it was at Man U, apparently. McLaren's been involved with developmental over the years. He could do a lot under the hood. Oh, Stelios with a goal. I guess in that sense, you're right, Dazzler. Yeah, he could do. I guess it depends upon how much he's able to do, isn't it? Like, who's he bringing in with him as well? Like, this is the whole thing, that all the setup is going to depend upon that. Because it's all well and good, you know, McLaren putting everything in place. A bit like Southgate at England, you know. Everything gets put in place, but, you know, what can they... You know, is it a short-term project? They want results instantly and they're not prepared to sit and wait and plan all this sort of stuff. But Michael Ricketts... Oh, right, I take it back. Jamaica are winning the World Cup. Right, Michael Ricketts and Steve McLaren. Yeah. Get your Jamaica shirts, everyone. This is going to be incredible. Oh, hang on. 1-1. Rogi's in 41 months. My word, Rogie. Oh, I was almost gonna say have yourself a goal for that one. This is the sequel to Cool Runnings that you didn't expect. The better one would have been when there was talk of Sven-Göran Eriksson doing it. That would have been a better film. Steve McLaren and Cool Runnings, like Sven-Göran Eriksson, Steve Bruce, Steve McLaren. McLaren's the worst one out of these three, but do you know what I mean? But still pretty good. What's this Apple TV you've got, Gaffer, moving on up in the world? What's this? What about? Have I been privy to some knowledge that I've not been allowed to say? It's Twitch wide. It seems every freaking streamer's been in 2 days told me about it. What? What have we missed? I know there's been. Is this the follow bot thing? Is that what it is? Yeah, Zeep had put the Apple TV thing for subs. What? Pop the screenshot in the channel. Let's have a look. Rewards enabled on channel. Get rewards by purchasing or gifting subs to every channel while they're live. Is that a thing? Is it? Oh, I don't know. It just shows the gifted sub area. If you subscribe or gift a sub, you get a code for 3 months of Apple TV. Oh, I didn't know about that. Volk with a goal. Is that offside? I mean, that sounds like a pretty good deal. Didn't you tell us about this on Monday? I don't think so. It's genuinely the first thing I've heard about it. Can anybody remember me saying this? I mean, a lot of what I'm saying, do you know what I mean, is nonsense, to be honest. Chewy over on YouTube says he must get my money's worth, seeing as I can't go on Twitch anymore. Never stop me subscribing. Chewy, we have been using your support very, very sensibly, and today I purchased the new Sunderland shirt. So there you go. That's something. The money's been put to good use. And then I saw there was an email that had came out, or a tweet or something from the club going, oh yeah, so the away shirts are getting restocked on next Wednesday, and I'm just like, for fuck's sake. So I bought the home shirt today, and I'm probably going to buy the away shirt next week. So yeah, and I was going to get it. I was going to get the long sleeve, and I had it in my basket this morning, but I kind of went, you know what? I think it worked out at about 75 quid by the time everything had been put on. I was just like, you know what? I can't justify it. Like, I'll spend 70 quid on a retro shirt that I can't get anymore. And I probably will feel a bit like, when it turns out, I'll be like, I should have got the long sleeved. But I also feel as though just like, it's going to look class as a short sleeve shirt anyway. And the away shirt is mint. And what I need to do though, maybe this is going to become my collection, right? We're talking about this with Si on the Football Shirt Social recently, of what my collection is. What am I going to collect in terms of football shirts? And I think my football shirt collection is probably going to be Hummel kits. Because have you seen the Odense? Is it Odense? Might be Odense. Their kit that's just come out. My word, it's like so good. Where is it? Let me find you. I saw it, and again, it's long sleeved. And I'm like, the third shirt for Wolfsburg, for Werder Bremen, is lush as well. It's super nice. Let me try and find the. Is it Odense? Hummel haven't even got it on their site yet. Where did I see it? Oh yeah, they have, yeah. Where's the link? Where's the link? Have a watch of this. The away one. It's green. It's green and I think possibly black stripes, or green and brown. Green and black, I think it is. And it's in long sleeve. It looks so good. It looks so good. This is it over there. I'll put the link in YouTube as well, by the way. Two in the Dnipro game here. Right, Montero looking aggressive again. Who'd have thought? Hartjoy not really playing particularly well in the in that role. Put Briannas in. Put Hargensen up front. Bilic can come off for Vazelli. Montero for Tangara. Yeah, what do we think of that then? The Odense shirt. That's a thing of beauty in it. Oh, good ball outside there, Stelios. Can't get the ball through. Tungara. There's Dimitro. Stelios. Back post, Hargensen. Heads at the back post. Unfortunately, can't do anything other than get on target. Briannis inside. Tungara. Alonso. Stelios over the top. What's Stelios trying there, man? You know? I appreciate the fact that he scored a goal and he's like, hey, everything's going to be great. But don't try again, mate. Not with your left foot anyway. Briannis, oh, Volk got the head under it. Keeper came out. Volk under too much pressure. He's put it over the top. 16 shots to their 7. Okay, maybe we should be better off with our goals here. Mackay. Inside Stelios. There's Hogginson. If that boy stays fit, he is a top quality striker, isn't he? He's the difference maker, but we need him to play more than 20 games a season. Do we expect him to go to PSG? Possibly. Do we expect him to go to Saudi Arabia? Possibly. Jay says, fan of the new Bournemouth shirt. Glad I don't support them because I don't fancy walking the streets with BJ written on the front of it. I know, who signed that off? Who signed that off as a sponsor? The new Bournemouth kit is classy. Have you seen their pre-season ones, the centenary ones? It's like all black or all red. It's so good. Really, really nice. It's like black and gold and red and gold, I think. Absolute stunners. In fact, actually, myself and Mr. Maggio have done a rate the Premier League kits episode of the Football Man of the Footy Shirt Social. So it might be worth checking out if you're interested in hearing what we've got to say about that. Seen Michael B. Jordan in them. Yeah. They do look cool. They look very, very cool. Tell you what else was cool? The Olympic BMXing. Saw that today as well. Like, I know some people are like, oh, you know what? Like, you can't be putting BMXing in the Olympics. Yes, you can. Yes, you absolutely can. Because a sport like that, that's gonna inspire young people to take up skateboarding. Like, no one gives a fuck about shot put. Do you know what I mean? Like, nah. Give them a BMX. Give them a skateboard. I can imagine your response to the new Newcastle third kit already. You know what, A15? I think I've softened on my original response to it, because I think my original response was, oh, that it's a bit naff. It's a good shirt, actually. It's not a bad shirt. The sponsor's disgusting, obviously. I quite like this new thing of retro badges all over the place. That's quite cool. And yes, they've obviously basically remade an old shirt from the 90s, which I guess, you know, is kind of the thing at the minute, isn't it? Like, everyone's doing it right now. And yeah, it looks fine. I think they've slightly missed the boat a little bit on their away kit. I think that they could have done, again, like, the kit's nice and it's designed off probably the best away kit they've ever had, that burgundy and maroon hooped Adidas kit, which, again, even as a Sunderland fan, is the best Newcastle kits ever. And I just think it misses the grandad collar. Do you know what I mean? Like, in the way that the Sunderland kit, there's still some things wrong with the Sunderland kit. I'm not sure about the green chevrons. I personally would have preferred white. But yeah, there's always something, isn't there? Dan, I did shot put athletics. It could be at a national level. Get in. Good on you, pal. I'm still not apologising. It's because I couldn't do it. Ugh. I couldn't do it. I've done something to offend you. Not at all. Not at all, Dan. Not at all. Yeah, I couldn't get it. That and discus. I couldn't get the discus thing either. Like, I can't really get the elevation on it. But I thought that the skateboarding and the BMXing was pretty cool. To be honest, they did a really, really good job with that. The women's skateboarding as well was awesome. And we showed the youngest Jamesons it today, and they were like, "Yeah, that looks all right. That looks pretty good." So you did javelin as well. Is there anything you didn't do at school? You've got it. No, now we understand why you do darts. You've done big javelin, big darts. You've moved to little darts. Dan's got it right past, hasn't he? Yeah, I didn't do much in the athletic field. I was 100 meters, 200 meters, 400 meters. That was about as much as I did. I couldn't do hurdles. I didn't like hurdles. I wasn't very good at javelin. I wasn't very good at shot put. I wasn't very good at discus. I wasn't very good at long jump or triple jump. I don't like... I do little 5k runs, 6k runs on a morning. But, Chewy, look at that. 41 months. Thank you, Chewy. Very, very kind indeed. This will pay for the away shirt. Back to you, Jim. Appreciate you, my friend. Very kind. Horgenson gets his head on it. Silver in a shot put and the bronze in the javelin. My word. How's it taken until now for you to mention this, Dan? Watched a bit of the US basketball team this evening, got bored watching them once they were 20 points clear. Yeah, it's boring, isn't it? Like, there's no need for them to be there. So we were debating this last night, also on Monday night, and somebody was trying to tell us that they wanted a GB football team so that players who didn't go to the Euros could be in it. And we were all like, what's the point? Like, nobody cares. You've got the American basketball team in there, and you're right. It just makes a mockery of old, doesn't it? Them playing South Sudan, like literally best day in the world for the South Sudanese. Obviously, they're never going to play against LeBron James or Steph Curry. But at the same time, like it's just not fair, is it? But the lad who won the BMX, the lad who came second, in the BMX, is originally from Gateshead. And it's a CrossFit, so you know what I mean. There, proof that CrossFit is good for everything. There's a question earlier on in the chat as well about did they build a dirt track for it? No, but they've built an actual BMX park in the Plaster Concord. So it looked cool. Looked cool as, to be honest. We're a goal down against Volosh, so that's not ideal, is it? Couple of players on their way out. That libero's ever so slightly off. CrossFitters to get everywhere. I know. We're like a disease, aren't we? Horgenson, keep that flag down. YouTube is 30 seconds behind. Oh, there must be a delay. They must be trying to censor me. Goal. I reckon Ireland should try and get hurling in the Olympics. Superb sport. I love a bit of hurling. Hurling is badass. Like, I still haven't caught up with the final from the other day. Could do a watch of that. But yeah, that's a right sport. As I say, I enjoy watching hockey as well. I like that. You've all told me to watch the rugby sevens, haven't you? So I might have a little nosy at that. Or YouTube streaming isn't as good as the purple brand. Maybe. Could be that. I don't know what the issue is, Rouge. But you know what? There's more of us over here than there is of them, so we'll take the lead. Get rid of the horses and put darts in. I'm with you on getting rid of the horses. What a... Like, it's just, you know, there's no need for horses. It's all a bit silly, isn't it? Oh, let's make the horse trot around a little bit in a nice jacket. Is that a sport? No, it's not. What about darts on horses? Right, deal. Okay, there you go. You get darts. You get darts if you can do it on a horse. I like it. It's a good compromise. Did you see the archery? The archery who with the fella who went to take the shot and then a bee came. he got beed just as he was about to release it, knackered up his shot completely. Simone Biles is a cheat code in gymnastics. She is, isn't she? Even when she messes up, she's still that many points ahead that it doesn't really matter. She's insane, absolutely insane. Oh, what a save that is. What a save by Morzelli. Archery is just darts with a crossbow. Yeah, there you go. Archery on a horse. Actually, no. Darts on a horse. Archery on a horse is basically just old war in it. Like, but darts on a horse, far more difficult. Mrs. J came out the cracking one today as well, by the way, with the triathlon. She says, "Oh, the French athletes have got an advantage because they know their way around France." I was like, "Yep, that'll be it. That's 100% it." Because none of the other athletes are going to be going, this track, is this a trap? Do you know what I mean? Like, it's going, I don't know where we go. Well in, Mrs. J. Chewy says hurling would be won by the GB team every Friday after drinks and a kebab. Yeah, pretty much. Archery on a horse is 17th century warfare. That's it, innit? Jousting. You know what? I'd be fine with jousting. If that made a cut, if that was in there. Yeah, okay. Cool. Let's have jousting. Someone thrown up the finish line was a great sight to see when eating. Was that for the triathlon? Yeah. They certainly put their full effort in, didn't they? Mongolian gold medalists in archery on horseback. And they've won it again. How about streaking in the 1800s? That's what the Greeks did. Yeah. I mean, I'm not sure that there's... I mean, you're right, there probably isn't enough nudity in the modern day Olympics. But maybe we just do drawing. Yeah. Or pub quiz. Yeah. Olympic pub quiz. Everyone gets a fiver on the quiz machine, and you don't know, not even that, just an actual pub quiz. Yeah, I'll pick the questions. Drinking. Esports in the Olympics. There was talk about it, wasn't there? I think there was talk about it. Was it for Tokyo they were talking about that on the last one? About putting esports in. So, given the fact that most of esports is now owned by the Saudis, I'm sure it'll come in eventually. Drinking as Olympic sport, I'm in. Yeah, you're partial to a couple of ciders, aren't you, Dan? You can get yourself in there. I reckon you'll do all right. Would Tony represent Scotland for esports? I'd represent Scotland for everything. Not representing England for anything. That's what happens when you choose a nation, isn't it? You kind of have to, like, that's your nation for everything. I think choosing the nation to represent is probably the least of my concerns when it comes to esports. There's a lot of it will come down to actual ability, you know. And even for Scotland, I don't think I'd be anywhere near the selection level. Oh, great ball through Martinez. Oh, has to be Team GB, but he's Scottish when he loses, like Andy Murray was. Yeah. I just wear a Scotland flag. I wouldn't sing that anthem either. Nah, not a chance. I'll judge the drinking. I'll judge the people drinking. That's what we're doing the last 10 years. Fair, Chewy. I'd like to think that the judges are just sort of there with arms folded, like, no dear, they're gonna regret that in the morning. They are going to regret that one. Yeah, it's funny now. It is funny now, but I mean, if they press charges, then they're in a lot of trouble. It's vandalism, isn't it? Martinez from the penalty spot. I've got no idea how they're getting that out of there. If stand-up was an event, I wouldn't be anywhere near it. There's a billion stand-ups better than me. Olympics would require spirits. Well, there is the spirit of the Olympics, so yes, probably. I think it would be Aperol Spritz now, wouldn't it? Also, CrossFit Games is on this weekend, and SummerSlam, so loads of sport this weekend. Very excited about the CrossFit Games. Chewie says they judge them and then give the competitors lifts home. Oh, really? Oh, that's not a bad idea. If essentially you're being judged by the taxi driver. TJ and Kevin Bridges, Scottish Olympic stand-up. Oh, Martinez. Take it, Daniel Sloss is having a bit of time off, is he? Ian Sterling, Frankie Boyle, Susie McCabe, Jojo Sutherland, Mark Jennings, Chris MacArthur-Boyd. Am I getting in? Is everyone else busy? I take it. That's just off the top of my head as well. That when Gary Little, Sloss gets called up, I think Sloss would be a ringer. Do you know what I mean? Like Sloss and Bridges, they'd be like, oh, fucking, this is like putting the bloody dream team on, isn't it? This is like the American basketballers. Balls refused to attend. Sloss had a conflict. Fair. A diary conflict, I take it, rather than like just he's gone to war. Possibly, though. All got tours. Fair. In that case, yeah, sign me up. If everyone else is, if no one else can get there, then I'll do it. I'll step up. Yeah. Mark Nelson, he can't do it. Ray Bradshaw, he can't do it. Chris Forbes, he can't do it. Just me. Me and Kev. I mean, what a tour it'll be, though. Be great fun. Get those silver medals out. Oh, you'd be one of those who did the heats to save the stars for the final. And you know what? If they do get airbusted at the final, I think it's fair. What I am though, in that situation, I would probably be Scott Carson. Like, eligible. Would perform if called upon, but realistically, the chance of seeing me, minimal. minimal. But I'll just tell you that I'm there. Like, you know, I could at any moment. I could actually do it, but yeah, maybe we'd still get a medal. I would, for registration purposes. Exactly. I don't think a hot dog eating contest is particularly what the Olympics is about, is it? If you'd be Scott Carson, does that mean you'd be stealing a living? Yeah, probably. I don't really think I could argue with that. Justice for Johnny Chestnut. Who's Johnny Chestnut? Who's Johnny Chestnut? Oh, Johnny Chestnut, the hot dog eater. I suppose, yeah. Bearded guys who does food challenge win that contest. Oh, Beard Meets Food, yeah. Yeah, the lad from Leeds. He could be good. Oh, Joey Chestnut. All right, okay. Next Olympics is in the US, and they have a hot dog eating contest every year. Oh, do you reckon that's what they're gonna do? Do you reckon that's gonna be the? Chestnut's Canadian. Hey, there's arguments happening now. I think you'll find he's Canadian. He's one of ours. Joey was scandalously banned from the hot dog eating contest because he's been sponsored by a vegan hot dog firm. Wow. Do I reckon I could complete one of those food challenges that Beard does? No, not at all. So the thing is I wouldn't be able to do it. partly because I'm I do like it. I do like my eating, right? And I am quite good at it. But if it's a speed thing, I have an issue with messy hands. And like making a mess that would slow me down, because I'd be too busy eating a burger, and I'd be like, oh, I'd have to wipe my hands every single time, every single bite. You've not seen me eat a burger. Like Nottingham Comedy Festival, okay? We'll go for a burger. We'll all go for burgers, right? This is what we'll organise, okay? Let's do that, and then you can all watch me struggle with you know, bloody napkin man over here. You know, it's quite frankly, it's disgusting. Like I'm a fully grown man and I should know better. Tristan, welcome in, buddy. How are we? Hope you're good. Have we recovered from the fact that Steve McLaren is now the Jamaican national team manager? We've discussed it. we've thought that there's definitely something to talk about here. And I say good luck to him. I think it's a lot of fun. I think it's gonna be great. Get him in. What can possibly go wrong? Nothing. Literally nothing. It's everything and nothing. Do you know what I mean? That's not as disgusting as Aaron's steak preferences. That is true, actually. That is true. Aaron's bloody 5 steak, the worst thing ever. Jaws the Hoop, how are you, buddy? Nice to see you, pal. How's the season going? Season has started pretty well, to be honest. We're very early on, but the early signs look positive. So that's what we're excited about. Next Olympics, Chewy says, is over in the UK. We should make cheese rolling the next event. Cheese rolling is a bit mad, isn't it? It is a bit nuts. What's that one where they just get it's like there's basically just a fight, isn't it? in the street, and there's a football that's thrown, or I don't even know if it's a football or it's just a ball, and then there's just a fight for what, a week, 25 minutes, 3 days, I don't know. Cheese rolling his broken collarbone with extra steps. Yeah, Aussie rules, not quite Aussie rules, but it's like, I can't remember where it is, but it's one of those ones where it's just like fucking carnage, absolute carnage. Can't wait to see the press conference. A tin of Red Stripe. Will he get the accent on? 100% he will. Yeah, we've already, yeah, we're convinced he's going to do it. Absolutely. It's the TJ way of falling down a hill. Calcio Storico in Italy. What's Calcio Storico? Football stories, football narrative. That's the one. Yes, one of those. But like, there's a British version of it. In fact, you know what? Get Kabaddi in. It's rugby with fights. Yeah, get Kabaddi in the Olympics. That's what I want to see. That's a lot of fun. Or get mixed martial arts in. You know, UFC fighters don't make lots of money anyway. So get all those sort of, don't get your top carders, but because I know they do like wrestling and judo, taekwondo, but have like a proper, just have it as MMA and go, right, let's see how this one goes, shall we? Haxie Hood, I think that's it. Yes. Is that what it is? I want to say it's in Derbyshire. I can't remember if it's in Derbyshire or Lincolnshire. Yeah, that's the one. That's the one. It is just a fight. Bilic scores. The football scrum. Yeah, and it's up and down the town, isn't it? Transworld Sport means something different now, so Kabaddi is out. Oh, Chewy, no. Why have I read that out? Why have I read that out loud? Lacrosse. Lacrosse is reasonable. Lacrosse is great fun, but it's brutal. It is, it can be. I do like the idea of a bit of brutality though during the Olympics. Would add an extra layer of entertainment factor. Water, yes. How about, right, hear me out on this. How about Olympic floor is lava? How about we try that? That could be quite good fun. Imagine, like, just, you know, telling people that's your sport. That you are the best at floor is lava. Parkour, basically. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but someone has to shout floor is lava, and then you got to try and like find somewhere to be within the confines of the floor is lava arena. Floor is lava, sponsored by Red Bull. Floor is Red Bull. How about rocket drawing? Yeah, you might as well just put art in there now. Yeah, a bit like being an Olympic dodgeball player. People would think you're winding them up. Yeah, I never played dodgeball. Like, they do it at Littlest Jameson's martial arts as a warm up, and I can understand why they do it. It's, you know, it's good for reflexes and stuff, and it does warm them up properly. But I've never played it. Painting used to be in. WB Yates won silver. Are you Is this when around about the time when they did the town planning? Is this why? Are you winding me up here? I'm waiting for paddle to be added. I was like just going for a bit of a swim, just tiny bit of plodging. Dodgeball would be great, probably. Oh, I tell you what, would be good. Have you seen Grid? Have you seen Grid? Let's find you a clip of that. Right. Okay. Basically, it's a bit like CrossFit. Okay. I mean, CrossFit could make it into the Olympics as well. But Grid could definitely do it. It's super short. Where would we find some of the videos? It's all on, usually on Instagram, to be honest. So it's like, it's a bit, it's weird to watch. Here we go. Right. It's weird to watch because I don't really, you sort of go, well, how on earth do you get into this? Right. CrossFit is just curated machismo. No, CrossFit is not an Olympic sport. I mean, it technically it is. It's weightlifting, it's gymnastics, it's running. It's everything, really. It's all-round fitness. You know, and if you love dead soldiers, then it's definitely the thing. Yeah. I'm not massively fussed about that bit personally, but you know, walking football for the OAPs, get them involved. Yeah, get walking involved, and then just see how many middle-aged people who work in offices can kind of be like, well, this is why I'm doing 10,000 steps a day, because otherwise I see no reason for it. Do you know what I mean? Answered your own point. It's not a sport, it's fitness. It is a sport. It is a sport because it's competitive, and it is laid out like a sport. You need to watch the CrossFit Games this weekend, Rujo. Watch it. In fact, if you haven't seen it, right? If you haven't seen it, watch The Fittest on Earth on, I think it's still on Netflix. That's the, if you can't get into it at that point, then you're not going to get into it, and that's completely fine. But again, the stories and the narrative in there are like, there's a lot to take in and enjoy. Over 75's priest football. Is High Rocks new? Yeah, it is. Yeah. That's a German sport, which is essentially an 8K run with a whole bunch of workouts in between. The idea being that everybody can finish it because there's no time cap or anything. I've done one High Rocks workout and it was I sweated a lot, and I sweat a lot anyway, but I sweated a lot. Those poor ball boys. Oh, for what? For my shooting here. 20 shots, 8 on target. Yeah, 2 shots for them, none on target. So we've won in the playoffs. That's good. Oh, for priest football. Sorry, I thought you meant my performance there, but that would have also made sense. Walking is already in the Olympics. Oh, it is, yeah. Power walking, isn't it? Yeah. And nobody knows a single person who's been in Olympic walker. Yeah. And nobody can prove to me that walking is of any benefit at all. Like, I mean, well, it is a benefit because, of course, you know, it's that, or like, you know, move around is better than not. But 10,000 steps doesn't do anything. Not a thing. Here's our Europa League, by the way. AZ Alkmaar, Anderlecht, Lons with Manduki in goal, Hibernian, that's Paddy Hurst's old club, Bayer Leverkusen, Legia Warsaw, Trnava and Dynamo Minsk. It's all right. That's not. It's doable, isn't it? That's doable. It should be. Should be. 4 wins there, at least. I think we've got a reasonable chance in there. I think we'll definitely get into the playoff mix. I mean, we held our own in the Champions League against better sides than what we've got there. But again, that's not to say that it definitely won't be, you know, but yes, look at this. Look at this. In he comes, talking about Olympians and legends of the sport. Here comes the United City FM. And if you're not following Kev, then what the bloody hell are you doing with your lives, right? Get Kev followed. Get the FM show followed for tomorrow when the episode with Kev drops. If you haven't listened to it today, you'll hear it tomorrow. It's absolute lovely conversation. Loved having it. We could have talked forever. Genuinely, we could have talked forever. Kev drops. Oh yes, that's the new sweet he brings out. It's a bit like a little like what you call them? Little lemon flavoured sweet. Pear flavoured sweet, sorry. Olympians through to me is a bit of a stretch. Not at all, Kev, not at all. I would say that out of all of us, you are the actual next Olympian. Haugenschen is now classed as the next John Carew, which I think is brilliant. Apart from the whole, tax evasion thing that he ended up in jail with, but it is a great episode, isn't it, Zeke? It really is, and that's the joy of Kev, innit? Kev just knows what he's doing. Let's put Bakun in for Stelios, who's played really well, actually, I must admit, in at right back. We're playing Pauk. Maybe we don't actually put... Maybe we keep Stelios in. 83% fitness. Four assists in 4 games and a goal. He stays. He stays, doesn't he? Showed up and had a chat with a mate. The rest is pure luck. Well, you know what? It's not pure luck, Kev, because the first part of that sentence is what made the show. You turned up, you had a chat with a mate, and that's what the podcast is. That's what the podcast is. And I think that shines through in the show. And I think you can tell that it's 2 mates having a chat. And it was lovely. And we need to do more of it. And I think that's the thing that I take away from these episodes, is when you record them, you're just like, we could do that for hours. We need to do that again. Sit and have more of a conversation. So I liked it. It was very good. And we will do more of them. We absolutely will. Let's take Kenny off for today. Let's put Vasilas. Actually, no. Vasilas at wing back. Put Janino there, actually. We'll put Alonso in the midfield. Deep line, a ball winning midfielder as a defender. Briannas can keep roaming. We'll bring Johnny Madhead off just for now, because he's a bit potentially injury ready. Bilic is tiring. Maybe Osmanaloy's tiring as well. Put Malice in. He's not fully fit though. Tungara, put him in there. Right. Let's go. Up against Pau, shall we? 3 at the back. How's it working out? You know what, Kev? Interesting is how it's doing. We think it's probably going to be fine. But this is the first few games since we've done it, so we basically looked at our old formation, which was the box, and I haven't got a really good left back. I've got a pretty good right back, wing back, We don't have wingers because we've not bought them for the last couple of years. And I thought, well, maybe let's just use these 3 good centre-backs. So this guy here, Andre Volk, has just come in this season, and I think he looks the business. So I needed to accommodate him. Jumping reach of 19, concentration of 15, teamwork, marking, strength, 6'4". Like, yeah, very, very good. Dimitro was in last year. He was great. Malice is fantastic. Osman Aloy has come through the reserves. Tungara is a midfielder who can play at the back. So sometimes we play him as a libero, and he sort of like brings the ball out, which is quite good. So we're working on that. But when we've got a game like PAOK, maybe just keep him as a centre back rather than as a libero. And then the width is coming from a complete wing back on support who gets up and down, and then a wing back on automatic. It was originally defensive wingers, but we were a little bit open. So we have looked at that a little bit and sort of went, right, maybe best to sort of like just have them as wing backs. So yeah, it's interesting. I'm not 100% sure that it's exactly the right way to do it. We've got a roaming playmaker in midfield, which is a slightly new adjustment to the role as well. So yeah, we'll see. 3 games in, we've won 1, we've drawn 1. So yeah. And of course, this is our 3rd game, by the way. But then in Europe, we've been fine. We've won 4 out of 4 in Europe. 3 at the back and a roaming playmaker. Well, and technically and a libero. So we've also signed a very, very angry player who we've got on the bench now. We've brought off because he's not fully fit. This guy here, Kenny Montero. Unsporting, Uruguayan, aggression of 20. Like, yeah, just an evil man. Yeah, Chewy's on his way off to bed. No worries, Chewy. Appreciate it, pal. See you soon, hopefully. As I say, appreciate the sub. Appreciate you hanging out with us. He's entered his experimental phase of his managerial career. Yeah, pretty much. I'm off to manage Jamaica next. That's where I'm at. We're still set up to counter-attack as well, so I don't know whether that's the right setup or whether we tweak a few bits and pieces. Oh, there's Bilic tucking in. Even Big Maguire, how are you, buddy? Nice to see you, pal. Euro's fractured his metatarsal. We are cursed. What's that mean? Oh, is that Man United, is it? Oh dear. Oh dear. Let's move him to support, I reckon, because we've not really offered much. Stelios is tired. You know what? I'm going to push him a bit higher. Let's get a bit more out of him, shall we? We were chatting weird Olympic events when I came in. Yes, we were, because we started talking about proper Olympics first of all, Kev. And I was saying that if you haven't seen it, the BMX was brilliant, by the way. Really, really good. The women's skateboarding was class from Monday, I think. But the British lad who won silver today, he's from Gateshead and he's a CrossFitter. So that's, of course, got us on to talking about, I was like, well, maybe CrossFit should be in the Olympics because, you know, it's technically just, it's all fitness and all sport together. And then I wanted kabaddi in the Olympics, and then I wanted the what's it called? The Hawkey Hill. Thought about maybe getting that in, and then I suggested Florida Grid. Darts on horses was an option. Pauk have just equalised there. That's scrappy goal to concede. Olympic kabaddi would be unreal, wouldn't it? Just Katie, wouldn't it? Just it'd be the best thing. And then I thought maybe like Olympic floor lava would be pretty good. Ireland won a gold medal in swimming yesterday. Oh, there's some of the swimming stuff's been brilliant. I was watching the diving as well. That was really good. But yeah, no, the women's skateboarding was really, really good. Just like they're all just like cool as fuck, and they're like 14 or something. Just like, oh, I'm not as cool as these people already. Can I put forward a very niche one for Olympic Krypton Factor Assault course? Yes, you can, Kev. Yes, you can. And you could be Gordon Burns and commentating on it. Oh, that'd be brilliant. Olympic Gladiators. Olympic Kirby. Oh, now we're talking Highland Patzer. Yeah. Heads and volleys as well. I've been getting at the fencing, says Katie. What was that? Was that... Did I see someone just like leaping about the other day, being like, that was their tactic, was just like being a madhead? Because if that is their tactic, then fair play, that's a good tactic. This is our angry man, by the way, Kev. Oh no, he's calmed down. Aggression 18. But yeah, strong defensive midfielder, unsporting, volatile, confrontational, but a leader. That's what you need in these sorts of matches, you know? Someone who's just going to take the game by the scruff of the neck and go, right, this is how it's going to be. It's amazing. Well, when Bakun leaves in the summer, he's going to become our vice captain, and then if Mackay goes, he'll become the main captain. So I figure it's about time we had the reincarnation of Diego Simeone in our team. We're a bit too nice. Although we did get the most yellow cards in the league last year and the most red cards. So maybe we didn't need this guy after all. Janino down the line, Bilic. Gets to the byline, pulls it back. Tungara. Back inside. Alonso. Great ball. Vasilas. Get your head up. Pulls it back. Haagensen. Of course he scores. Of course he does. He's either going to be an asset or he'll get locked up for doing something horrible. Yeah, pretty much. He's either going to win the league for us or we're going to have to spend our transfer budget on bailing him out of jail. Haagensen with the tap in. It's another goal. Another goal for him. When he's fit, he can't stop scoring. The thing is, he's not fit very often. Good interception by Okoye. Good header. Oh, no. Damn it. We've done well there, but we can't quite get the second ball. That's a shame, innit? Right, Tungara up for Alonso. Malice goes in. Do we put Montoya on? Montero on, but then we need goals, don't we, really? So Bilic for Hearts, yeah. Actually, no. Maybe Okoye comes off. For Malice. Let's do that. Two-two's not terrible. We are expecting Pauk to be up there or thereabouts. Blocked. Oof. They're getting a lot of joy down this left-hand side, I'm noticing. Oh, Moselli straight out. Right, let's pull Vasilas back a little bit. I mean, he's playing well, but... Oh, he's giving it away. Vazelli gives it away again. Oh. I was saying we've got an issue, haven't I? I knew where it was coming from. Right, he's staying wider anyway. That's less than ideal, isn't it? It is really, really worrying. But still 5 minutes left. The game's not over just yet. Volk. Oh, keeper's come for it. Right, Tangara wins it. That'll do. Recycle it. Come on. If it's our first defeat, that's fine. We've not really been at the races. 6 shots to their 15. I can't quite work out. I need to double check whether or not we're pressing or not. I don't think we are. Tangara. Juninho. Goes around the circle. Good cross in, and Hargenson's put it over the top. Final whistle's gone. 3-2. Not to worry. Not to worry. Left-hand side was our issue. Created more than them fine margins. Yeah. I spotted where the issue was coming from, and I was too late to respond. That's the problem. And yeah, the players are very, very tired now. So we aren't pressing, so we're not forcing errors. Counter-attacking. Is it working? Yeah, seemingly so. I'm not sure if there's any changes we need to make just yet at this point. Whether we sort of like keep our eye on it, see how it looks. I feel like the obvious thing to do would be just to scrap the tactic and start again. That seems the most logical thing to do in FM, really, isn't it? Like if you lose a game, you have to just bin everyone off. So I guess we'll have to now start for a new tactic, 2 at the back, and see where we go from there. Oops. It's the FM way, yeah. It is if you listen to some people in the chat sometimes. It's not the easiest to fix at the start of the season. You'd like to play the worst 5 or 6 in a row to bed the tactic in. Yeah, and I think that given the fact that we're also playing European games and we've played AEK, like we drew with AEK, we narrowly lost to PAOK, we beat Volosh after a fashion. You know, we've got Olympiakos coming up soon. We've got Atramitos, who always do well against us. Panathinaikos. Yeah, it's not terrible, and also we have you know, changed a few players constantly, like, you know, with fitness and things like that. So there's definitely a bit of bedding in time, and again, look, and there's players obviously who want to leave as well. Evening, Umbilicus. How are you, buddy? Nice to see you, pal. Hope you're well. We've got a worrying lack of Parisian players. Okay, come on. If you're doing a region air, then yeah, you're going to need some more Parisians, aren't you? I believe you can get the Parisians in. David Sully wants to start more games. Do we loan him out possibly? None of them are any good. Yeah, you know what? I get that. I totally get that. Right, Sully's gone out on loan. Youth system's going to prop you up. Sometimes it's best to do that, isn't it? Sometimes that's the way. Right. Can you go out on loan, possibly? Lemaire might be tricky to find a replacement for as well. And Kostakoulis. The joys of a region air. Oh, yeah, yeah. It's the best way, isn't it? The best way. Okay, so strengths. We've got some good passers. We've got good tackling, good vision, good handling of the goalkeepers, good teamwork, good work rate, which is what we hope for. Aggressive squad. Reasonable kicking. We're not good at crossing. We can't really finish. Goalkeepers aren't the best at commanding the area, not particularly quick. Jumping reach. We lack jumping reach. That doesn't feel like a TJ side, does it? What sort of... Hang on. Let me see this, shall I? We have the tallest squad and the heaviest squad in the league. So that would make sense. We've got the sixth youngest squad in the league. Yeah, 24 in a bit. Keepers, best handling in the league. Excellent. Defence, let's look at our defenders. Up there for tackling. We're too heavy to get off the ground. Up there for tackling. We have the best jumpers in the league. So I don't understand how we're not good at jumping, yet we have the best jumping reach in the league. Third, average heading. Third, average marking. Fifth for positioning. Third for strength. Third for pace. Fifth for acceleration. That's not particularly good. Midfielders, passing we could do a little bit better, to be honest. Third best long shots in the league. Third best vision. Fourth best stamina. God, teams are going to outwork us. Third best teamwork. Second best tacklers. Fourth best technique. Second best decision making. And strikers. 6th in the league for finishing. So we've got Hagenschen and Foxy, and we're the 6th best finishers in the league. Not sure about that. Was that Panios's report? Oh, was it? Okay, maybe. 3rd for long shots, 6th for heading for the strikers, 3rd for jumping reach, 6th for anticipation, 4th for off the ball, 7th for pace, 4th for acceleration. So overall, that's what we're lacking. Yeah, best jumping reach in the league. 3rd fittest, 4th quickest, 2nd for most stamina, 2nd strongest. Mentally, the most aggressive team in the league. Highest level of composure. 2nd for off the ball, 2nd for teamwork. White men can jump, but can't actually tackle. Bravery, technical ability, there you go. Finishing, 2nd best finishing in the league. But when it comes to penalty shootout, lots of players can take penalties apparently. Kev, can you get your big boys to perform at Larisa Hacker or something just to intimidate the opposition? That could work. That was the Panios scouting report. I did read that wrong. So I look quite foolish now, don't I? Having gone off on one about something and then being like, well, actually, it turns out they didn't actually mean that. Jules and Dua looks like he might be a half decent player as well. What's the situation with our young English lad we brought in? Let's take a little nosy at him, shall we? Didier Kawado. Who wants him? Mimosa. I mean, could we maybe get him back? Let's keep him out there for now, actually. And we got the Larisa anthem, yeah. They are David Mizuki. That's our young English talent that's slowly cooking away. Perfectionist. And then Dida, who's just come in from Macedonia. Evening, Pilgrim. How are you, buddy? Welcome in. Hope you're well. Nice to see you, my friend. How was your stream? Hope it was a good one. Don't think I've ever seen a Macedonian wonder kid, and I'm in 2050. Yeah, I mean, the law of averages said there must be one eventually at some point. How are the board disappointed in the signing of the finances for Kenny Montero? We paid 1.8 million, 1.3 million pounds for him. Like, they signed off on it. They can't be kicking off about like, oh, you know what? Well, we don't really think that the money was right. Like, you signed off on it. This is all down to you. Calispero Jason, how are you, buddy? Welcome. Hope you're well, pal. I've got a moth in now. The board are odd at best and incompetent at worst. They are a bit, aren't they? They are a bit rubbish, the board. They don't really know, do they? Work within the wage budget, struggling. Well, look, we'll see about that. You know, just adjust it, innit? Yeah, look at that, see? Back within the wage budget now. You can make a loss of £4 million. Fine, we'll make a profit of £23 million. I think the wage budget's fine. I think we're doing fine. Larisa are due another £10 million after 49 league appearances for Tunde. He's currently made no appearances since joining Barcelona. One appearance for 40 million quid. What do we think the possibility of him coming back to us at some point for free might be? Sell it for £8 million. We could. So I'm guessing he's not going to get... He's not going to play 49 games, is he? Judging by that. Right, let's get that into the wage budget then. £8 million stuck in. Watanabe, 20% of the any profit made for £6 million. We get 3.8 million. Now, Watanabe could make a profit, but also it's FM, innit? He might not. Unless he gets sold within Saudi Arabia. Sell it for £8 million, buy him back for 10. It'll have cost you £2 million. Well, yeah, and we were given like 30 million quid for him as well, so. Let's agree that for Lemaire. I know it's less money than we would have thought, but it gets most of his wages off the books as well. Let's take that out as well. I think it's a negative. Tunde's earning quite a few bags of money, not sure we can afford his wages. And there'll become a point when eventually either Barcelona have to play him or he just runs out and doesn't play, you know. I guess our boy Nwanko did start to play for Liverpool, then moved to Real Madrid, so that sort of like changed things up a little bit for him, didn't it? Right, we're up against Iapoli now. Let's put Malice in for Dimitro. Let's put Maragos in for Okoye, who's really dropped off, hasn't he? Put Mackay in there. So I forgot who didn't build Nation was with. No loan farm makes it easier. No, with a loan farm is much easier. Without a loan farm, really difficult. Really difficult. Oh, the badge of the team. I've not seen the opposition's badge. We'll have a little nosy at that, shall we? Cosenza. Possibly interested. For Bakun. Oh yeah, that's nice. That is nice. From the loan farm is the effort you've got to do to keep it going. Yeah. And also, next year, it might not even be a thing. Might not be able to do it. So We've obviously got to learn how to do it without the lone farm at this moment in time. Not that, well, I don't know. Not that it's, is it working? Yes, it is working, isn't it? It is working. Like, Greece is a competitive league. Ultimately, it's Olympiacos who win it, but you know, we've got you know, 6 teams who are fighting for that top 6 constantly. They're doing reasonably well in Europe. Reasonably. Kai, Volk. As if Volk's there, completely unmarked. It's the one of the last people you want to find unmarked at the back post, isn't it? Oh, hang on. Good block. Some of the positioning's all over the place here, isn't it? 9 international loans now, which makes Chelsea's current transfer approach very confusing. Yeah, I don't really understand how it can work. But never mind. Yeah, take it easy, Vice. Good to see you, pal. Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure. We'll catch you up. Maybe on Friday, possibly. If you don't get promoted in 3 seasons, I'm moving to a Swiss side that's based in Switzerland. Yeah. Oh, could be an option. Olympiacos suck arse when us and AK bringing the points for Greece's rise in the coefficients. They're not doing very well in Europe, are they? You're right. Good challenge, Briannis. Down the line. Hogginson's not going to get that, though, is he? Evening, Livy. How are you, pal? You good? Oh yeah, feel free to move to a different club in the same save. It's build a nation, it's not build a single club, so that's why I had to consider at some point with Larisa that if we didn't do something, then we would have had to consider moving, and it wouldn't be the end of the world. It took me a while to accept that. Oh, good save. Wasting your time at Vados. Well, yeah, I guess if you're 3 seasons in and you're not in the top division, it took us 3 seasons to get Larisa into the top division, so you're probably on track, really. Tungara, Stelios. Cross in, Hagenson's header. Yeah, maybe we have to play the ball on the floor. Build a Gyros tower with loads of Satsiki in it. I feel like that's maybe where we're at this point, isn't it? Only Parisian left back has done his cruciate seam in a year. Oh, sacre bleu. I think we are lacking a missing legs here on that right hand side, aren't we? Hogginson was snatching at the shot there. Does playing as Vados not increase the Liechtensteinian coefficient? Not the Swiss. In that mind, that's in your mind, that's how it would work. I don't know. I think you're probably right, Zeke, because I think that's the whole point, isn't it? Of Vados is it's the Liechtenstein builder nation rather than a Swiss one. But who knows? Who knows? It's like managing Andorra, isn't it? You're not raising the coefficient of Spain. I don't think anyway. I could be wrong. Kai's free kick hits the post. Was back out. Maragos over the top. 2 shots on target from 14. I mean, lots of efforts. Don't be wrong. Lots of attacking football. 36 minutes played, lots of highlights. But ultimately still 0-0. And still susceptible to the ball at the top. Mackay picks it up, drives forward. Good ball in. Maragos got to do better. Offside as well. Alonso, let's push him up a little bit more. He can be a ball winner and support. Brianis. Back for Alonso. He should have had a go. Stelios. Alonso. Brianis. Why are they not taking a shot? These boys just like playing out on the edge of the box. Have a go. Have a go, lads. Might have to change it to shoot on sight. Stelios, Maragos. Oh, Alonso. You're not moving up Liechtenstein very fast. Well, yeah, no, of course, yeah. I mean, none of Build a Nation is quick. That's the problem. It's a long term plan. Oh, keepers claim that one as well. Right. Not a great... Well, you know what? Not a great first half in the sense that we haven't hit the target. 20 shots, 4 on target. I don't know how we're not winning this. Maragos complacent. Harry Mackay is doing well. Janino's not having a great time at left back. Let's maybe put Vasilas in. Or do we consider moving Tungara into midfield? Put Alonso to the left back. No, we're going to stick with the left back there. Left back can go there. Brianis is only a 7. Might need to look at him. Maybe Maragos as well. Could be worse. Imagine a Cyprus Build a Nation but managing a Turkish Cypriot club. Which nation climbs up the coefficients in that situation? I've got no idea. I think it must be the nation of the club that you're managing. I think. That's how I would understand it. But, I mean, it's FM. Who knows? There's different ways for everything to work, isn't there? So, I guess it'll be the same as managing Swansea or Cardiff. Haagensen's header gets the rebound in. Right, there we go. Finally we break the deadlock. Keeper saves the first one, but he's there for the rebound. On paper, it looks like the team are playing pretty well. Most of the team are playing above 7. It's the nation of the league you play your domestic football in. Okay. So what happens then with the Andorra and San Marino challengers then? Because they're playing in Spain and Italy, aren't they? So if you can't build the nation of that nation, how do you do that? Is that purely just down for the international team? The other way of building a nation, essentially. Good tackle, Haagensen. Maragos. He's away. Oh, come on, ref. Both those have their own leagues. Right, okay. Volk again with an header. There we go. Obviously not in the base level of the game. They're obviously add-ins. Yeah, because we thought about San Marino for half a second, didn't we? And then realised it was the bottom level of Italy. And I was like, oh, maybe. And then after a while, about half a second, we just went, nah, not for us. You've added in my story, which is cyberpunk mech football, and I've made the rules up. Oh, nice. Vasilas drills it off of one of our own players, possibly. Oh, no, one of theirs. Corner. Couldn't decide on the size of the pitch. If you go on cyberpunk, then the pitch has got to be huge, right? For convenience, don't do special use case clubs in Build a Nation. No, exactly. You just basically all you're doing is you're waiting for the database to corrupt, essentially, you know. Then the whole save's gone at that point. Great save by Mazzelli. We've still got potential for Atlantis next year, haven't we? Finland. That could be interesting. Imagine getting 9 seasons in and realise you're building the wrong nation by mistake. Sounds like a TJ problem, doesn't it? How's Build Nation Greece going, Tony? Interesting. We've made Cyprus better. Mackay gets it away. Oh, how have you missed that? Cyprus has 2 football leagues. The Cyprus League, which is recognised by FIFA, and the Northern Cyprus Turkey League, which isn't recognised as the chunk of the island is occupied by Turkey. But yeah, let's maybe not get into Cyprus football or Turkish football then. I think that's going to be some sort of issue that I don't need to get involved with, really. You know, I think the more international conflict I keep myself out of, the better. Yeah. And maybe I'm just getting soft in my old age. I know, but I think sometimes I just need to let other nations just get on with it. It's not your fight to fight, Tony. Let them sort it out amongst themselves. I mean, we'd mentioned that at the start, though, Tubby, that Vados was the Liechtenstein challenge. Tony the Liberator. Oh, God, yeah. Tony, you appear to be playing Civilization for Build a Nation. Yep. Tony the Peacemaker. I mean, I've been called a lot of things. Liberator, Peacemaker. None of them are words that's ever been used on me. 31 shots. Yeah, not Tony the liability. Tony the issue. The instigator. Yes. Oh, hey, you'll never guess what Turkey's just said about you. That's what I do. I turn up and I just like plant it as if there's some sort of gossip. Yeah. Cyprus says your economy's rubbish. Papas is getting upset, right? Well, okay, if Papas is getting upset, then Papas can leave then. Okay. I'm not a peacemaker. I declared war on Stellaris within the first month. I eradicated 43 billion of the enemy. What's Stellaris? Is that like Space Game? I'm guessing. Space Game. Oh, spot the 44-year-old man on the internet. Is that a space game over there? Ataman's now being wanted by Fenerbahce. 5 million quid. He is good. But is he an option in case Bilic leaves? I know Hartjö is probably the Bilic replacement, but so he's better in the air. He's a bit more physical. He's a bit quicker. He's not as creative. Terrific signing for the future. First touch is the same, dribbling's pretty similar. Passing's about the same. Technique, vision's nowhere near as good. I mean, Bilic looks... Bilic is the guy, really, isn't he? Do you know what I mean? Like... It seems that Ataman's got quite a way to grow. But maybe not that far off becoming the same guy. Quite similar to Hartjö. Again, that's a more balanced spread, isn't it? He's not bad for 20. He's not. He's good. I mean, he's not going to get in the European squad, though. That's the problem. So is that going to cause an issue now? Lamer's gone to Braga. Towers the next. Oguz Ketin. $5.5 mils, reasonable, isn't it? Okay, and if they want him to be loaned back, then you know what? That's fine, actually. Let's give him another year. And then that means that allows Bilic a bit of time to decide what he's going to do. That could actually work out quite handy for us. No offers for Bakun. None at all for Bakun. This is going to be quite tricky, innit? We just have to wait for him to leave at the end of the season by the looks of it. No offers for Papas. More issues for Hargensen. He wants a new contract. Okay, well let's see what you want then, shall we? How much is he on now? Okay, he's on 18 grand now. I reckon he's going to want something like 40. Injuries have been a concern. Achilles tendon, wear and tear, 4 months he was out with a specialist. He's then had an ankle injury, hamstring injury, another ankle injury. He's played 20 games last season. He's played 4 games this season. His contract runs out in 2 years' time. He doesn't have a release clause in. $28,000 and a release clause of 12 million. £12 million release clause isn't a lot, is it? Because if he scores, then that release clause gets activated pretty quickly. Yeah. Which is what he does do. But is he fit enough to play enough of the season? Let's loan Vretos out as well, actually. Vretos is only 23, believe it or not. Can you believe Vretos is 23? Orban's back fit. Actually, he's another player as well that we've that could potentially replace Bilic. Ataman's come in. Okay. Attaboy. Okay, they're happy with this guy. They're happy with him. Good. Right, that's coming out. 35 grand. I've not really got much issue with the 35 grand, to be honest. And they're just going to keep playing hardball now because we've taken... He's just being an arsehole, isn't he? 40 grand, fair enough. But at least there's no release clause in there. Yeah, we've managed to get that bit out. So we've saved ourselves money in a sense. Playing AZ now, right? Orban can go on the bench. Foxy's sort of back as well. Okoye's sort of back. And just the budget to shut the board up. Yeah. I mean, imagine them just, but oh, you know what? Yeah, we haven't complained for a couple of days. Montero's back in. Dimitro for Malice. Yeah. I love that. Kenny Montero angry already. Just he's ready to go for it. He's like literally, I think he's sort of like a Costa Rican Vinnie Jones, I think. Let's see what we can come up with, shall we? European football, AZ Alkmaar versus Larisa. Should be quite a decent match. Should be. That ball's through. There's Bilic. Oh, should have scored after 15 seconds. That was really good play. I'm not sure that the ball falling to Bilic was the best idea. And guess who's injured? Hagensen. Already. Kenny Montero is the name and Rage is his middle name. He's just an angry man, isn't he? He's played 2 games, Hagensen, and then he gets injured again. Should we have sold him? I wonder if this is going to be the constant sort of battle we have, going but he's really good when he's fit. He's really good when he's fit. Yeah. If it's a bad injury, remove the contract offer and sell him in January. Zeep. That's sneaky. I like it. I like it a lot. So I'm really sorry, but we offered you a contract when you were fully fit, not when you only had one leg. But you're right, though. That's exactly what we need to do. Bilic at the back post. What a ball from Alonso. I think Alonso's been a good signing, hasn't he? He sort of seems to have just settled into the team quite nicely. He's good in midfield. He's good at wing back. Morselli with a save. Unconventional save. Puts it out for a corner. Not giving you 40 grand a week to regrow your foot. That's fair, Zeke. That is fair. Good first half. One against AZ's not a bad first half, is it? Good challenge. Alonso getting his foot in. Stand them up. Oh, how's that gone in? Through a sea of bodies. Deflected in it. I'm wondering whether it's because Briannas is running around that's why we're getting exposed on the left hand side. Is he potentially out of position? So do we put Montero there as the ball on defend and put him there, but then sort of allows the right side to be exploited, doesn't it? Or do we make the fullback? Do we make the wing back go inverted? I suppose if they invert, they could tuck in behind Briannas, couldn't they? But it means we don't get any width. So yeah, you tuck in here, Briannas would be up there, thereabouts. Valk staying wider, so you'd theoretically cut out that. But yeah, we'd get nothing down the right hand side, left hand side, would we? He said, love to spoil the party. They can. They're well within their rights to do so. Change it again. I'm going to go back to that side, see if it makes any difference. Let's see if that works. Cross the left off and cuts inside with the ball. Roams from position, sits narrower. They'll work like a full back. If there's no teammate ahead of him on the inside of the pitch, then they will look to support attacks in a more traditional manner. And there's fewer than two defensive midfielders, he'll drift inside and create space for players around him. Let's try that. See if that's going to work then. Because if Briannas moves to about here, then maybe that might allow Alonso to come inside. But I also want him to cross from deep. Or cross left off. I'm not entirely sure. Not sure. Maybe it's the right idea. Maybe it's not. I don't know. We'll find out in a few seconds when we concede. Corner already. Gula not away. Not away again. Briannas loses it. Maybe Mackay. I mean, DLF. Do we change him to something else? Make him a pressing forward, possibly? Possibly look to bring Briannas off as well, actually. Change for Vazelli. Right, 2 minutes to go. Let's put Foxy on. Oh, no more subs. Right, fine. Oh, Vazelli gets a telling off. That's fine. It's not getting sent off, which is good. Volk down the channels. Bilic well in. Janino back inside. Montero. Tungara. Montero. Janino. Are we missing Tungara in the midfield? I know we're playing him at the back, but like, are we missing a trick by him not being there? He's doing fine at centre back, isn't he? Oh, Volk's just headed it over. Can we put Dimitro as a sweeper? Right, how we come? Couple of minutes to go. Janino down the line, back inside. Bilic overtouched it. Mackay. Oh, good effort. Good effort. Great save. Come on, onto Volk's head. onto someone's head. Straight at the keeper. It's not dreadful. We were looking at 4 wins. Was AZ one of those wins? Maybe, maybe not. But 10 shots, 3 on target. They had 4 and 2, so it's fine. We should, that's not bad. We'll take that. We'll take it. Hargenson's out for 4 months. Oh dear. Send him out of the specialist, I think. I mean, that's not great, is it? Do we get that contract removed at this point? Cancel the contract, screw. I mean, look, the irony is, like, 21 goals in 20 games, 4 goals in 5 games. When he plays, he scores. It's just, he's made of biscuits. He's absolutely made of biscuits. So, yeah, we might have to... Oof. I feel a bit sly cancelling the contract, but at the same time, we might have to think about this. What's the finances like so far? We're over budget again. Right. Oh, okay. Decisions to make. Decisions. And we play Olympiacos next. So that's going to be fun on Friday, isn't it, when we come back and stream next? So, yeah, I reckon that's probably a reasonable place to leave it now. I reckon our star striker getting injured for a few months. So, yeah, remember the FM show is out tomorrow. If you haven't already done so, go and get it on your download list. Appreciate you all, by the way. I've had a lovely time as always. Just hanging out, chilling, having a lovely time. Let's find out who's around, shall we? Who is about to drop some raids on tonight? Let's see. Right. Oh, there you go. Right. Gudger's got a new save on. Let's go and find out what he's up to, shall we? Oh, it looks like West Ham. Oh. Dave Goodman is West Hamness. Fine. Okay. Let's do that. Right. Go and give him some love. Take it easy, everyone. I'll speak to you soon. All the best. Bye now.